What's up guys, and welcome back to another episode of Career Mode. This is episode number 91, and we start today's episode off with some player training and also changing the squad numbers here with Roma. A few episodes ago I asked you guys to vote on who should be our official number 1 after we signed Galini, and you guys voted for Paul Lopez, who currently wears number 13 for Roma, to take over as our official number 1, as Galini, our backup goalkeeper, will wear number 13 this season. So it's only fair as well. You know, Lopez 87 overall, he's been interim captain as well. He deserves the number 1 jersey, especially after a really good start for Lopez this season. He was a man of the match in the last game, so we reward him with that number 1 jersey. And also a lot of you guys have been commenting in the recent episodes as well to ask me to change Moise Kean's number. That has now been done, don't worry about it. I know that Francesco Totti, of course, is retiring from Roma. Nobody has worn number 10 since. I did look it up. Apparently it's not officially retired, it's unofficially retired, but anyway, no one's wore 10 since Totti, the legend of Roma, has retired. So Moise Kean is going to go ahead and take number 7 out of respect for the legend that is Francesco Totti, and that has now been changed. And also we appoint a new captain in today's episode as well. The new captain of Roma has been announced, and it's Niccolò Zaniolo who takes the armband. A couple episodes ago I asked you guys to comment and let me know who you think should be the club captain here with Roma as I've taken over. Of course, Paul Lopez was wearing it as a temporary measure whilst we were waiting on the decision for who should take over as captain, but I asked you guys, I threw it out to you guys, and the overwhelming majority of you said make Zaniolo captain. He's been here, I think, longer than anyone else in the team. So he's the longest serving manager, longest serving player, I believe, since I've taken over, according to most of you guys anyway. And yeah, you said give it to Zaniolo, and he deserves the armband. So yep, Niccolò is going to wear the captain's armband. Thank you for helping me decide the captain, and let's hope he can lead us to glory. And he's got a tough task on his hands as well, the young man, because we had a poor start to the season too. Just 2 wins in our first 5 games. And after the goalless draw against Juve in the last game, the last episode, where Moise Kean missed that stoppage time penalty here away in Tuscany against Fiorentina for our second trip to Tuscany in just a couple of weeks, I was aiming to get back to winning ways here, and what a surprise. The first goal of the game would come for Ivan Toney. He's not taken a while to find his feet. It's not been a slow start for him. He's been superb since match day 1. Makes it 1-0. We get ourselves the early lead and get ourselves in front heading into the break, with Mandragora getting a lovely assist there. It's already his 3rd assist, I believe, of the season. So Fiorentina 0, Roma 1. But in the second half, despite a fabulous save from Paul Lopez with 3 minutes to go, there was more late drama and more late heartbreak for Roma. Fiorentina would find themselves their equalising goal. Fantastic through ball by Sabitzer, but as Vallejo latched onto this through ball, I was fuming at this point. Ferro and Romagnoli just let Vallejo run straight through the middle of them. There was no intelligent off-the-ball movement. It was just a forward run. And 2 class centre-halves there. One of them's got to take charge, stick with the runner, and ensure that that through ball doesn't get latched onto and find the back of the net. Fiorentina 1, Roma 1. That's how the game would finish. It's another draw for Roma. A very disappointing slip up there, and I couldn't be soft about it in the post-match interview either. Simply put, the reason we've not been winning games is down to individual errors, and I said that our defense needed to be focused till the final whistle, and it was just a slip up, no doubt about it. A lapse in concentration right towards the end of the game, and Fiorentina grabbed themselves a point. Disappointing, very disappointing indeed, and the start has been nothing but that, disappointing. Just 2 wins in our first 6 games in the Serie A, 3 draws as well, and of course the 1 defeat too. It's been a poor start from Roma. There's no other way of putting it in the Serie A. And listen, with Inter Milan right now in red hot form, 100% record to start the campaign off, we're already way off the pace, and we need to make the ground up ASAP. Otherwise, this title race, which we're expected to win come the end of the season, could be over at bloody Christmas at this rate. Got to sort it out. Very poor start. But second game of today's episode was going to be in the Champions League, and after a big win on match day 1 away in Russia, now taking on Frank Lampard's Chelsea. Oh, we can't avoid these guys, can we? For our career with Sheffield United in the 4 years, they are our main rivals, both in the Premier League and in the FA Cup as well. And taking them on here at the Stadio Olimpico, now getting drawn against them in the Champions League. Last season, these 2 teams faced off in the group stage, and Chelsea beat Roma to a qualification place as the Italians were knocked out in 3rd place. So it's only fitting we take them on again this season. Well, this is going to be a really good game. Picked a very strong lineup for it. We did have the ball in the back of the net later on in the first start for Ivan Toney. Sadly, it was correctly ruled out for offside. But 14 minutes after the restart, the Blues would strike, get themselves in front, and Lautaro Martinez, doesn't seem to matter what club I'm managing, he will be one of our really big rivals, I think, for an opposition player throughout the course of the series. He and Heung-min Son are our main rivals for players, I think. Makes it 1-0, and Chelsea are in front in the game. But fortunately, we would find ourselves an equalising goal 16 minutes later, and it was Riccardo Orsolini with the finish. And I've got to say here, Orsolini's been a very good sign since coming in. I'm really liking the look of him. Lovely strike there into the top corner after Diaz pinning the ball. Look at Tony here as well. I love this. Little screen on his man there. Basketball style as Orsolini finds the top corner. Intelligent play from Ivan Toney. Give him the screen assist there as Roma fight back, get themselves a point. However, as you saw my reaction, whilst it's not a bad result that against Chelsea, you would say the strongest team in the group, it's yet another draw for Roma. That's 3 consecutive draws for AS Roma and 4 draws in our last 5 games. I mean, just call us your local furniture suppliers because we're the draw specialists. 4 draws in our last 5 games. That's not good enough, man. We're supposed to win a domestic double this year and also reach Champions League final. Well, right now, as you can see in the Champions League group, we're in second place, level on points with Chelsea, but behind them on the head-to-head record, I do believe. And as for Sevilla, they're 1 point behind us, and we take them on in the very next game. I believe that one is going to be in Spain as well. So come the halfway point in the group stage, if we lose that game, we could be outside, well, we will be outside the top 2. So, yeah, very, very tough start to the season for Roma, and right now, nothing really is going according to plan. And I suppose when you do build a new side and you totally change it, you know, just like in real life, it can take a while for your players to gel. I've mentioned it many times before. You know, Rome wasn't built in a day, guys, let's be honest here. And whilst we have been really improving this team right from the first minute here since arriving on in July, the fact of the matter is it's going to take a while for this team to gel. So I've got a little bit of concern, don't get me wrong, but I believe as time goes on, we will start to click a little bit better, play better football, get it sorted, and most importantly, get the results we need in consistent games. And taking on Brescia for our 3rd of 4 games in today's episode, back in the Serie A, but remaining here at the Stadio Olimpico. Ivan Toney has been our most consistent player to start the campaign off, and what a surprise, he's the man that breaks the deadlock early on in this game as well. Lovely finish after his first shot was blocked as he smacks it into the top corner, and we kept our foot on the gas pedal to start the game off as well. And oh yeah, he's done it once again, baby. This is one of his trademark moves. It's like LeBron James' spin move. This is so hard to stop. Ivan Toney's dummy through the legs and the finish into the near post makes it 2-0 and bags his brace 21 minutes in. He's going for the golden boot this year in the Serie A. He wants 3 consecutive golden boots in top tier European football. Oh, Toney, that's glorious. The Bramwell Lane faithful saw that for many years, and the Roma fans will be seeing that throughout the time we're here as well. Wonderful move. It's 2-0 Roma, and with just 7 minutes to go in the half, oh, sure, almost got his first assist in the Serie A this season. Lovely storming run down left-hand side. Great cross to the far post, hung it up nicely, but Orsolini just couldn't get his header goal bound as it sails just wide of the far post. But still leading by 2 at the break, playing some really good football in the first 45 minutes. Our best half's worth football in the Serie A so far since we've taken over, and 3-0 would eventually become the score through Orsolini 11 minutes after the restart. Poor old Ollie Shaw, man. Once again, brilliant cross to the far post there by Ollie Shaw. Still waiting for his first assist in the Serie A. This one, sadly, won't get credited to him. He can't claim it, but he's a team player. He's still happy regardless we get the 3rd goal. The header well saved, but Orsolini turns in the rebound for his 2nd goal in 2 games in all competitions. And Roma are back to winning ways, baby. 3-0 the final score, and a really good display there. Our best win of the Serie A season so far. Probably not as good as our Lokomotiv Moscow win, but either way, a really good performance of a Toney as well. What a start for Ivan this season in the Serie A. And I was thinking, when he came with us to Roma here, was he going to hit the ground running, or would it take him a while to adjust to life here in the Serie A, in a totally new country, for a totally new team, playing in a different system as well? Well, not at all. He hit the ground running with a goal on the opening day, and since then, he's been absolutely superb. Going for that golden boot, baby. What are the odds that he's going to get it this season? Well, he'll certainly be trying his best. But regardless, after that, we had 2 international friendlies, so great way to the international break there. 3 draws in our last 4 games in all competitions. Pretty poor run of form, but before the international break, fantastic way to end the little run off with a big win there against Brescia. And then when we came back from the international break, we were buoyed by our finish to that little run there. And with the boys fully fit for our next game, our 4th and final on today's episode, before the big clash against Sevilla in midweek in the 3rd game of the Champions League group stage, we will now travel away from home to SPAL to take on a side right now just above the relegation zone, going for back-to-back wins. I can't believe I'm saying this, but back-to-back wins for the first time since we've taken over. The start has been that poor, we're yet to have back-to-back wins since joining Roma back in July. Well, 21 minutes in, what a start to the game, and what a start for this man this season, Riccardo Orsolini, our new number 11 with the prancing bird celebration. And there it is, Ollie Shaw celebrates with him his first assist in the Serie A this season. He's got 2 in the Champions League, they both came in Russia, this time gets 1 in the Serie A. Nice little through ball to Orsolini, and a great finish for Riccardo's 3rd goal in as many games. Orsolini right now is just on fire. So Roma 1, SPAL 0, his 2nd goal in the Serie A already this campaign. He's looking like a brilliant replacement for Cengiz Under. So leading by a goal, heading into the break, and in the second half, 14 minutes after the restart, Ollie Shaw continued to stay aggressive. He was looking like our best player out there. After a very disappointing start to the Serie A campaign for sure, he was looking to make amends in this game. Looking like our most creative player, he helped cause a corner here, and from the corner, Mandragora swings it in. Oh, Ivan Toney! Don't break the goalkeeper's fingers, mate, honestly. What a powerful header from Ivan Toney. Brilliant, brute strength from Ivan. Gets it in ahead of his man, and with the neck, strains it as he makes clean connection, heads it in. Goalkeeper can only get a touch and turn it into the roof of the net for his 7th goal already in the Serie A, as he's the joint top scorer in the league. SPAL 0, Roma 2, and also as well for Mandragora. How many assists is that already? 3 or 4? He's on fire, but Shaw almost got his 2nd assist of the game. That headed by Pinamonti off the bench, headed just over the bar, but it didn't matter in the end. We held on to the win. Final score, SPAL 0, Roma 2, and after I insulted our defence in the post-match interview against Fiorentina, but what a way to bounce back, baby. 2 clean sheets in 2 Serie A games, 2 wins in 2 for Roma as well. Whilst it has been a disappointing start, we're still way off the pace with Inter Milan right now maintaining that 100% record, 8 wins from 8. There is a long way to go, and that is much more like it from Roma. Hopefully, we'll maintain this form throughout the course of October and cut the deficit on Inter Milan. But that was today's episode of Career Mode, guys. So big thank you for watching. I hope you have enjoyed it, and if you did enjoy today's episode, then please drop a like. Much love to you all. Have a fantastic day, and I'll see you for the next episode of Career Mode very soon.